Hey everybody, it's John here, one of your hosts for the Cinema Scrutiny podcast. Before we get to the podcast today, I just want to preface we had some major audio issues going into this episode. My microphone actually broke pretty much right at the start. I had to reinstall the drivers and everything to get it back set up so that we actually have some decent audio. Unfortunately, we recorded the entire podcast, and like Billy says at the beginning, we really do these live, and to be honest, re-recording it we thought would be inauthentic just because our ideas and our communication and conversation on the topic had already been out there. I tried balancing it as much as I possibly could. I used a dynamic compressor, so hopefully you can still get out when most of I'm saying. Most of it, when I'm actually talking for longer lengths of time, ends up balancing quite well. But I just wanted to preface it just so that when you hear like some weird audio stuff, that's what it is. So thanks for bearing with us this week. Next week, the audio is going to be fixed. It's going to be better. I'm adding multi-track audio so that we can track ourselves independently, so this stuff will never happen again. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Hello, and welcome to the welcome to the Cinema Scrutiny podcast, where we talk about all the TV, film, and streaming news in the past week that we found worth talking about. I'm your host, Billy,
And I'm John.
and we're gonna get right into it this week. Stumbled my words a little bit there in the beginning, but we're live. We're just doing it. One take.
Oh yeah, definitely. I
One
mean,
take, no jokes.
to be honest, I assume that you are a little nervous. I saw like 15 seconds before we started the show that you actually won another award. Would you like to
I'm a
tell us
little
about
shook
that?
up. Yeah. Another
What's the
one,
deal? What did
as
you get?
DJ Khaled would say. I won the Award of Excellence at one Railer short film competition.
Nice.
So it's pretty fun.
All right.
It's
Well,
my first award in Los Angeles. So
oh really? L.A. Ooh, big movie
that's
star
right.
all of a sudden. Big movie director.
Yeah, it's a little bit, a little bit.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, if
thank you.
anybody wants to congratulate Billy, be sure to subscribe. That is really what he wants most.
That's the best you could do right now.
Yeah, you can also email us directly with your questions for the award-winning director, or leave them in the comments down below.
Yes, we will respond. I will respond.
Yeah, somebody will. All right. But without further ado, Billy is right. We're just gonna jump into the news this week, and to start, we have delays, and more delays.
Ton of them.
So starting off, we wanted to talk about the first delay that we saw this week was Star Wars, Avatar 2, both delayed a year, and Disney rescheduled them. So basically, what is happening, which I wasn't fully aware of, but Disney wanted to do either another trilogy or just three new Star Wars films that had nothing to do with each other, but they just ordered three. And originally, they were going to debut, I guess, 2021 or 2022, but they have now been pushed back, and it's going to be every other year starting in 2023. Then we're going to get a 2025 and a 2027 Star Wars film, and then to pad out the time between that, the alternate years will be Avatar films. So Avatar is going to start in 2022 with Avatar 2, Avatar 3 in 2024, Avatar 4 in 2026, and Avatar 5 in 2028. So I'll be honest, I'm excited for the new Star Wars stuff. Taika Waititi's involved in there, but what is your opinion on Avatar getting 5 or 4 sequels already, Billy?
Well, this is not new news technically
It is
for
not.
Avatar, at least. Avatar having all these sequels. I'm not gonna say I'm not interested because I did like the first Avatar. I know people are really mixed on it. I think the first Avatar really popped off because of like its technical feats as like a movie. Um, but I still like the movie for what it was. Do I am I excited enough for 4 sequels? I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But and also I noticed that Avatar 2 was supposed to come out the end of this year. Was that right?
Um,
Is that what it said in the release?
so Avatar 1, like the first movie, I don't remember the exact date, but it's been almost 14 years since the
Oh
first
my
movie came out.
fucking god! Are you serious? Is it really that long?
Yeah, here, okay.
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
god, I
look at my
feel
maps.
old.
I think
Don't say that.
for Avatar film. Let's Google it. Let's Google it
The
live real quick.
the sequel.
2009. So I apologize. It's been
Oh
11
my god,
years, which now,
it's
given the extra time bump, will bump it up to like 13, 14 years.
well, the sequel Avatar 2. I'm pretty sure was supposed to come out at the end of this year in 2020. Like
Right
that's
now,
what they were
Google
shooting
is
for.
telling me it was supposed to be 2021.
Oh well, okay, that makes sense then. Because
Further
I
push
was
back.
like confused. I was seeing it at like for some reason I thought I saw the end of this year. I was like, "There's no fucking way." Like, I'm sorry, but like,
Yeah, we've heard nothing
I
but.
I saw they started shooting, but like I did not like. There's no way they'd finish that by the end of the year. But anyway,
Yeah.
uh, weird is it's weird, and Star Wars. I think it's fine because we don't even know anything about what those movies are going to be. Are they sequels? Are they spin-offs? It's obviously a series because they're coming right after the other, but you know, where are they set? We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know if they would even be a series of connected films. Like I think you could easily just do a Solo and a Rogue One and have it every other year and just have it something to be.
Sure, yeah,
And I think that would be great. For
I'd be cool
Avatar,
with
I
that
think
too.
it's been too long. Going back to the original movie, it is no longer like spectacular. It's just kind of an okay movie with really good effects. But
Yeah,
those effects have now been dwarfed by even like video games in real time.
yeah,
So it really begs the question of what are they going to do to get me back? Like, granted, they had an all-star cast. Zoe Saldana's in the film, which at the beginning in 2009 she wasn't even like super.
she wasn't as popular.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was making her debuts in a lot of things. It was Avatar that year. It was also Star Trek, where she plays Ahura. That was 2009, and then obviously her career has gotten insanely out of like she's just killing it in Hollywood. Which actually, that is a good. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save Zoe Saldana for later. I just thought about that. But
oh, interesting.
yeah, we're gonna come
Interesting you
back
say
full
that.
circle, people, full circle. But so anyway, these delays just suck. It's exciting to know that we're going to get more Star Wars. I have read conflicting reports on this that the actual dates for the Star Wars, uh, IGN here is listing them according to Variety, given these specific dates. But I've also read that they're just unlisted and they don't actually know when they're going to come out anymore. So we'll have to wait and see. But as always, I'm excited for Star Wars. Love Star Wars. Put Dave Filoni in charge of the movies. So easy.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure, like within the next year, they're gonna say, "But we're putting Dave in the forefront," which is cool because he deserves it. Because
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing over there.
Very much the Kevin Feige of LucasArts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So anyway, going through more of our delays. Speaking of Kevin Feige, Spider-Man: Far From Home sequel, which is a weird way to say Spider-Man 3, gets delayed because you can't have a sequel to a sequel. Can't. What a terrible article headline. Who wrote Adam? What the fuck, man?
That's IGN, dude.
Yeah, what a
IGN
terrible
giving it
headline.
to us like that. Uh,
Yeah.
this sucks because I think this Spider-Man movie is going to be the one that I've been waiting for with Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
Because I have said this many times. I enjoyed the Tom Holland movies, but I really want to see Spider-Man back in like the big city Manhattan type stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Back in like remember, like Tobey Maguire had it, and Andrew Garfield had it too, kind of, where he was in like downtown Manhattan in the big city, and that was great. That's where I think he's like in his element.
Yeah, he's being the neighborhood Spider-Man. He's like swinging around on the skyscrapers.
Exactly. And I feel like the last two movies he's been a little out of his element. Not necessarily, but like the first movie it's like an origin story, so it worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
But the second movie, I know when they announced Far From Home, when he went, he went on the world tour or whatever.
Mm.
When they first like announced that was gonna happen, I was like not feeling that. I was not about it.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean it's not a
Spider-Man's in New York,
yeah,
but
because for Spider-Man especially, like when you're in all of, like Europe, when you think of Europe, nobody thinks tall. Like it's flat. Like every building is like 3 stories max. Like
yeah,
not to say, I
exactly.
mean they did a really good job of still conveying like his powers in a different environment.
Yeah, it worked
But
out.
yeah, like quintessential Spider-Man, he's built for the city. Like it's just an exciting place to be, and I think we all want to see like Sinister Six or just some big like classic Spider-Man bad guy.
I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna get to Sinister Six,
You think they
which
would
is
pull it
exciting.
straight up in one movie?
It'll be tough, and it may very well turn out to be a Sony-led project.
Mm,
It may they may get kicked out of the MCU before it happens, but I don't think there's any doubt that they're pushing towards that.
yeah. Do you still think that Spider-Man 3 is going to lift up another Avenger character? Like, do you think like people have said maybe Captain Marvel would be in it?
I hope not.
Okay, you just want
I
like
I ki-
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
yeah, I kind of want to just let him do his thing, you know?
Okay.
Because the last movie he had Shield, and he was like an agent basically
Hmm.
in a way. But I just want him to be him, you know. I want him to be his own hero, and I think that's the next step for him as a character.
Yeah.
Is him being on his own, you know.
Hmm.
I mean, he's been on his own, but like, you know, let him lead on his own. I guess like guide himself.
Yeah.
I think that's the next step for the character, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I would actually love to see Daredevil show up in this one. I think this
That'd be
falls in
sick.
line with the amount of time that Netflix has to release the character. And also, this delay isn't even long. Like it's literally from November to December, which I think is probably going to get pushed back even more because I don't think Uncharted is going to film on time.
Probably not.
We're gonna get to that. But yeah. So anyway, anything would be cool for Spider-Man. Love New York City in the Marvel universe in general. But
Yep.
let's move on. This is another quick one of delays. A Quiet Place 2 and Top Gun Maverick both delayed to next year. So, do you want to comment on either of these films, Billy?
Uh, these I'm like not. It's not that I'm not looking forward to them. I actually am looking forward to both of these,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not like it doesn't pain me to see them be pushed back. You know, it doesn't pain me to see any of these pushed back. You know, it's a good thing,
Yeah.
realistically. But when it like in the mix of everything, I mean, Quiet Place 2 doesn't really need to exist, but
Maybe.
it is, and that's okay. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really need to happen. And technically, you could say the same thing with Top Gun, even though
It's been
from the
postponed
trailers,
by
I
a
think
year.
Top Gun looks sick. I think the sequel's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not like, you know, it's not a huge blow for me.
Yeah. Honestly, these are two films that I would just as quickly see like on Netflix than I would see in theaters.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
I'm surprised that they're holding them back. Like if they were scheduled to arrive in September, like A Quiet Place 2, they're most likely done with shooting, I would think. So it's like,
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like any film like that. It's like if you have it, just put it out. Like I don't think that. I mean, maybe like they're thinking that the original hype from the first film would get everyone out in the theaters. I don't think so.
Yeah,
That's just a
it
personal thing.
might. I think in the horror community, it's going to push people out.
Yeah, and I guess horror movies like people like to watch in theaters because like you can be collectively scared. Like it encourages you almost to be more scared
Right.
because
Yeah.
it's like the place to do it. Um, yeah, I don't know. And then like Top Gun, like the original Top Gun's cool, but it's also like it's one of those films where I don't need to see it, but I would like to. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. What's pushing Top Gun for me right now is honestly the trailer that they put out. I think the trailer looks so cool. Like,
Yeah, the fighter jets are always pretty cool, but I don't even know what like I don't know. The
what's he gonna
original
do?
Top Gun is also like really a movie about nothing. Like
Yeah.
there's no war, there's no like it's just about training and like maybe I'm misremembering Top Gun. Like I know obviously like some stuff does happen, but like there's no like
I haven't seen
huge
it in a very long time.
yeah, there's no huge action sequences. So it's like more so a movie about I guess it's very much an 80s movie, like a movie stuck in its time or a 90s movie whenever Top Gun came out. I
Yeah.
like that feel. So I wonder if they recapture that. But
It'll be interesting.
yeah. We're not talking about delay or we're not talking about these movies. We're trying to talk about the fact that they are delayed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna move on, even though good discussion. And we're moving on to our last delay, which is really the biggest, probably, just because it also influences all. It's like chicken and the egg, really. Like, do these movies influence the theaters, or the theaters influence the movies? And of course,
Right.
I'm talking about AMC theaters. Their reopening was postponed to mid to late August. So
Yep.
originally AMC had been set to reopen 450 theaters at the end of the month, or yeah, 450 theaters. And now that is not happening. They're pushing it back into August. I don't believe that's going to happen either.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, they're saying that the new timing is to reflect the release dates of new movies. Like they're waiting
Yeah,
for Tenet and Mulan because they don't want to open with nothing.
right.
But to be honest, these movies aren't releasing in August either.
I don't think they are either. Tenet and Mulan just said that they're like undated, basically.
Yeah, we
Like,
talked about it last week.
yeah, so it's like I think AMC is just kind of just trying to give it day because they need it. Like they
Yeah,
as a business need it.
yeah, you
But
honestly have to be violently optimistic about it. Just for a little background, I used to work at a New Vision cinema, and they were a spinoff of AMC because AMC had grown too large and they had too many movie theaters.
yeah,
And actually, just last month, we closed forever because of the COVID crisis, and we couldn't stay open. And
yeah,
in general, movie theaters, AMC has a ton of debt. Movie theaters are not like, even though it's so expensive, like you're thinking popcorn's like 10 cents, they charge me $10. We're not making a killing. Like it just wasn't, it's not ever like a extremely profitable, like insanely profitable business.
right.
It's just kind of like it's been getting harder for years. And
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
And
honestly,
especially the local theaters like you were at.
yeah, but like I'm definitely interested in seeing how long they last because this is one of those things where like they really like they really have to open.
They do. Yeah, it's screwed up because I feel like they definitely do have to open, no doubt. But I think they're owned by Amazon, I'm pretty sure.
They are not. They're independently owned. There was a rumor that
Okay.
Amazon was going to buy them out.
I see if that's true, then Amazon might save them potentially. Like, but
Maybe
also
moving
it's like
forward.
conflict of interest. Like, can Amazon own AMC? That's like what I've been
Um
thinking about.
so yeah, so when I was um so like dabbling in the stock market, not turning this into a stock show.
Yeah,
But AMC is obviously a publicly traded company, and when the Amazon deal was announced, it's like everyone kind of turns to the stock. Like the stock boosted like 30% just off the rumor, just off of
right.
most likely one random dude saying it on Twitter. Like, wouldn't it be cool if Amazon bought a movie theater? And so
Yeah,
I
that
did some
blows up.
research, and yeah, it just kind of spiraled. And there's not really like no one's confirmed or even said anything, but originally there was a law in place that they considered it a conflict of interest. Like movie theaters couldn't own, or movie producers, like publishing companies,
Yeah,
couldn't
distributors can't own theaters.
distribute
That's like a
movies.
law.
No longer a law. It either
Oh, really?
didn't hold up in court or they just repealed it. So technically, you can do it.
Interesting.
It's possible. I think it might have been like a judicial thing, like not to get now we're getting domestic policy, but um, where it was struck down by one judge, but it's possible that it could be reappealed by another judge. Like I don't exactly remember the full extent of it,
Yeah,
but it is legally possible now. But the question is, at this point, does anybody even want a movie theater? Like I know Amazon, or it's either
yeah,
Amazon or Netflix, owns one theater in Hollywood, and it's for the explicit purpose of showing their films in Hollywood, so that because like when you're qualifying for the Oscars, you have to like show your film for like 4 weeks in Hollywood or 4 weeks in LA
yeah.
or something like that.
It's like for journalism purposes and such. Yeah,
Yeah. So just like they literally own the theater just to get to the Oscars.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I mean, I think like, those smaller bids are definitely worth it, just because you can like you're just jumping through the Hollywood hoops, right?
sure.
But I don't know if owning like a large scale movie theater chain is really beneficial for anyone, especially when you look at something like AMC, which is the biggest theater chain I believe in the world,
Right.
and they're just bleeding money, like insane amounts of debt. Like I don't know when they turn to profit. Like it's just not good.
Yeah, it's sad to see. I hope they stay alive because I feel like AMC is like the biggest chain in the country for the U.S. But if I'm correct, I
Set
could be
only in the
wrong.
U.S.
But you know, I don't want to see theaters go, and I feel like a lot of people don't want to see theaters go. It's like to me, it's like the optimal way to watch a movie.
Yeah, it's definitely
Um,
the most exciting. Get the popcorn, get the drink.
yeah, and make no mistake. I mean, AMC. If you think AMC is struggling, like your local theater is struggling. Your local theater is going to shut down before AMC does. So if you
100%.
say AMC go, then like you know
Yeah, everything's
your
done.
local theater is right next on the chopping block. So it's it's not fun to see. It's
Yeah.
pretty sad actually.
So anyway, trying to move to a more positive note, and this is just a quickie. Nothing's gonna be sad from now on. I think. I think we're okay.
Yeah, thank God.
But so this one is a little kind of stupid one, but I know some people are excited about it. So Sonic the Hedgehog is getting a sequel, and it already has a release date set, and that release date is April 8th, 2022.
A safe date. A
Yeah,
little
far
far
out.
out. Did you see it? Did you see for
No, I
Sonic?
didn't. Which is why,
Okay.
like, I don't know why we're talking about. But
Okay, so I didn't see it either,
yeah,
but I want to see it because everyone I know who saw it really liked it.
yeah, that's what
And
most people said.
they also said it set up for a sequel really well.
Yeah, I
So,
love Ben Schwartz, who's the person who plays Sonic. I think
mhm.
that like just watching the trailer, like it's the right amount of funny, feels like actual Sonic. I think it's hilarious that the best representation of Sonic in 2020 is a movie, which is
Yeah.
like a live action movie, just because the video games in general have been kind of crud lately. That's a
I
fact.
love that they got like the pivot done, because like the first like
Oh
render
my
of
god, yeah,
Sonic
they
was like
responded
terrible.
directly to like I want to
Yeah.
say user
I mean,
consumer
that's
feedback.
that's fan service right there.
Oh yeah,
That's like they knew the ship was going down. They saved it. Like that's awesome.
I mean, just
So,
honestly, what a brilliant play! Like just redoing that probably saved the entire film.
hands down,
And
that
then
film would have tanked so bad.
yeah, and now they're set up for a sequel, and like people are saying it's one of the like better movies that they've seen. Probably one of the best video game movies they've ever seen.
I have to see if the movie's on any streaming services right now. I actually
Yeah,
do want to watch it.
I think it's
So
on video on demand right now because it was one of those things that was ending its run like in theaters during the coronavirus.
yeah,
So it's one of those things to watch out for. If it's like honestly, if it's $4, like we can just hang out and watch it, or just
I
stream it to
I am down.
home.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, but
Um,
so we'll like for anyone that's interested in that, that's for you. Good for you guys. Hopefully,
yeah,
we'll be interested in it too once we see it. All right. So moving on. Let's get out of here. So now, I that I don't think this was Comic Con news, but now we're moving into Comic Con news, right? So
yeah,
Comic
basically.
Con was this week. It wasn't super great. I mean, it was great if you like comics, right? But like when you think of Comic Con, like especially as it's like grown, like you start to think of like MCU films, DCEU films, Star Wars films show up sometimes.
It's usually on a much bigger scale than this year.
Yeah, and a lot of people pulled out, and a lot of people, restructured. And to be honest, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't show an Eternals trailer at the Marvel people. Like I know they're pushing it back, but
Yeah.
you have the trailer. Like I know you have
Oh, they have it. They 100% have it. I feel like they're keeping everything tucked away, and I think Marvel's gonna do their own thing, like DC's gonna do.
it. Yeah, that would be
That's what I'm
cool.
holding out for.
All right, but we did have some good news. So just going through some of it really quickly. So The Boys, which is a Amazon Prime show about superheroes that are like, it's a weird show. It's like about capitalism and how superheroes can be corrupted by it when they work for a corporation or like the corporation pumps out superheroes. Great show, absolutely great show. Um, it got renewed for a season 3. Season 2 isn't even out yet, and it's also getting a post show or an after show, which is going to be hosted by Aisha Tyler. And Aisha Tyler is fucking hilarious. If you don't know her, Bill, she did the Ubisoft E3 conferences for like a few years,
Okay.
and she's also, I mean, she's like an actress, and I think she's been a talk show host on something before. I can't remember, but she was on like Friends and blah blah blah. But anyway,
I'd know her if I saw her.
yeah, you totally would. Just very exciting. Like, love Aisha Tyler. I don't really know if I need a post show. Like, I don't really. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
the post
Walking
shows I
Dead.
feel like were always like a little gimmick thing, like
Yeah,
Talking Dead.
yeah. Talking Dead
Uh,
was like really kind of suck. I mean, it was just too long, I guess.
it was too long. Talking Dead was too, like these little talk show things at the end, like 30 minutes tops.
Yeah,
Cut that off. Like it does not need to be an hour.
yeah,
And it's like for like the super fans, it's for
yeah.
like the big fans that want to like I can't get enough. And I think the boys has that base, so I understand why this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to watch the boys.
Dude, The
I need to get in
Boys.
now because season 3 is already renewed. So like I need to sit down and start watching. So
Yeah, I think that this one has potential for the after show. I'm thinking like Picard had an after show with Will Wheaton, and so like that pulls you in
yeah,
because like Will Wheaton's cool. It was short. It was like 20, 30 minutes, and like obviously if they can get anyone from Star Trek, like you're instantly just watching it because they're all like powerhouse actors.
yeah,
The Boys, I would say if they can get the cast on, that would be sick. I wonder how they're going to be doing it because I assume that like obviously season 2 is like fully shot. I don't think the post show is shot because you probably want to do that live. So it's
probably.
probably going to be like a coronavirus bunker type deal where everyone's like in their own house and like streaming in.
Yeah, probably
So
something like
hopefully
that.
it is really casual, really quick. And also it's
Well,
gonna there's no commercials. Like it's just gonna be on Amazon Prime. So
oh yeah, okay. So you know what? It probably won't even be an hour because
yeah.
that's what screwed over Talking Dead. The commercials definitely
Uh,
were a big factor in it being so long.
any Walking Dead day on AMC, I remember like because we haven't watched The Walking Dead in like years, like since high
No,
school.
not in a long
But
time.
it would go hour long Walking Dead, hour long Talking Dead, and then at the very end, Chris Hardwick would be like, "Oh yeah, and now we're gonna just rewatch The Walking Dead," and then they would rewatch it, and then they would re-air The Talking Dead, and it's like,
Yeah, it's just 4 hours straight of just Walking Dead stuff. It's
yeah,
like no one's staying up, dude. Like,
I can't believe that. I mean, there was actually a lot of Walking Dead news this week at Comic Con. They were talking about like they had like 3 or 4 Walking Dead shows, and they were talking about Walking Dead movies, and I'm like, what the like what?
they
Huh?
have a lot of stuff like tucked away for that. I mean, the show is still going. They have like a sister show, which is like Fear the Walking Dead,
Yeah,
which I can't believe is still running. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
and then Andrew Lincoln has like 3 movies lined up
Mm-hmm.
through AMC.
Yeah, I also think I
It's
saw
like,
something about a TV show called like Beyond the Walking Dead, and I was like, Beyond what? Like, what do you mean?
uh,
So
I honestly I haven't even heard of that.
yeah, I was just sorting through the news. Like, I wasn't paying attention because again, done with the Walking Dead.
It's fine. I'm gonna let that show can go as long as it wants to.
As long as
I'm not
Norman
watching it.
Reedus wants a job, he can do
Yeah,
that.
seriously. Norman Reedus, get yourself out of there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, he tried to. He tried to be in Death Stranding, the PS4 title.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
didn't
that
work
didn't.
out.
Yeah, it went
I mean, it
very
kind of
nice.
did. Very niche,
Yeah.
for sure.
So anyway, talking more renewals from Comic Con. This is even. I mean, not like bigger, but like to me, this is bigger.
Yeah,
The Dragon Prince, which is a show very much in the style of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, but with like a much more deep fantasy vibe. Like we're talking like elves and dragons and swords and sorcery and all that.
yeah,
It was renewed for 4 more seasons to the point where like they're gonna finish the entire like saga. Like you're gonna get the finale, right?
yeah.
I thought that was crazy. Like
It's pretty
four,
sick.
just like bam, just like pushing the button on like the 4 seasons you need to finish the entire show. Damn.
Yep. Aren't there 2 seasons right now?
There
Is that what
are
it is?
three.
And they're short though, right?
They are. They're probably like 30-minute episodes, and then maybe like 6 to 8, um, 6 to 8 episodes in a
Yeah.
season.
Kind of like the Castlevania thing they got going on over there,
Yeah,
right?
kind of like Castlevania, kind of like Voltron.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it stems from like Voltron originally. Their main goal was to make shorter seasons, but more seasons, and they could put them out quicker. So instead of
Yeah.
getting 1 season a year, you get 2 seasons a year, but they're like only 7 episodes instead of like 14 plus.
Right. Right.
Um, I think this might kind of be what this is, but also just to get them all confirmed up front, to get them all like completely locked down, just feels really good. Like if you've seen the show, it is great.
Yeah, it's another one on my list I have to watch. I'm so bad at like getting this stuff.
Yeah, I mean TV shows are the hardest to get to because you have to lock in for like 6 hours at least.
I really do start binging stuff, and it's just so much time. But I everything I hear about Dragon Prince is another thing. It's like it's everything's good. I haven't heard anything bad about it.
Yeah, I don't think they really take it amiss. I really enjoy all the episodes, and like the world building is really interesting.
Yeah,
Um, so it's just one of those things where if you haven't seen it yet, it's only gonna get larger. It's only gonna get better. I highly recommend. But
yeah, big moves, 4 seasons,
yeah, big moves for them.
pretty awesome,
Yeah. So
pretty
jumping
good stuff.
to the next thing, got a little Star Trek news.
This is cool. I like this.
Yeah. So Star Trek is starting a Nickelodeon animated series, and they have unveiled the name and the logo, and it's going to come out next year. And the name of the show is Star Trek Prodigy.
Yep.
So this is cool for a couple of reasons. One, Star Trek obviously came out in like the 60s, and then after the original series there was a run of an animated series, and that was aimed at kids. It was exciting. It was basically just Star Trek for children, and like to go back all the way after all these years to another animated Star Trek series that aimed at kids, because Lower Decks, which is like that new series that just is airing I think next week,
Yeah.
that is for adults. That's like I think it's from oh, his name escapes me, but it's the dude who writes for Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so like that's obviously not for kids. And like for this to air on Nickelodeon, like I just think it's so great that Star Trek can start reaching like all the different age groups and just kind of like getting people into the universe.
Yeah. I think Star Trek needs this. They need like a revamp in like a younger generation to start watching. Um, this is so cool. I think it's awesome Nickelodeon picked this up.
Mm-hmm.
The title card alone looks sick. There's like all these cool like spacey colors to it. It draws me in. I'm not even like the target audience.
Yeah.
um,
I mean, hopefully it'll be more
and
family oriented.
oh, for sure, it definitely will be. But on top of that, I think you probably made this connection already as well. But is this gonna be like the rival to like the Clone Wars? You know what I mean?
No, I see what you're saying. Like something.
Because it's definitely gonna be that style of animation.
Mm-hmm.
And if not Clone Wars, it'll be Rebels or uh, Resistance.
Yeah.
You know,
I would.
something like that.
I had not thought about that. That would be great. I don't.
That's like my first thought when I saw this. I was like, oh, it's like their animated series.
Yeah, I don't know. Just because, like, even though the Clone Wars specifically, that show ain't like. I mean, it's a children's show, but like, that is a family show. Like, anybody can watch the Clone Wars. Like, that is just good content, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Rebels is a little bit more aimed at kids. Like, that's after Disney took it, because obviously, originally Clone Wars was Cartoon Network.
right.
Rebels still has really good moments, but there's a lot more like comedy. There's a lot less like violence.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Naruto would be shown on like Disney or like even like Cartoon Network, like in the day, like they would just cut out fights,
Yeah.
show violence. Um, so just reading a little bit about Star Trek Prodigy. So the show follows a group of rebellious teens who commandeer an old Starfleet ship and head off into the universe for adventures and more. Based on
Little
the
Einsteins.
hmm?
Little Einsteins.
Yeah. So like, I don't just based off that like tagline, I don't think it'll be like the Clone Wars, because the Clone Wars is obviously about a lot of the main events that are happening. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, like I'm sure they'll explain it. Like I'm not trying to instantly tear apart their lore building. Like this would last 15 seconds in Star Trek. Like one, Starfleet, they want their ship. Like they're not just gonna let kids take the ship. They're being hunted by Starfleet already. Two, they're kids, so they're being hunted by everyone because they want to save children. Like these children are making bad mistakes. I mean, they're teenagers, but they're making
I
bad
feel
mistakes.
like every alien race in the Star Trek universe would blast them out of the sky in like seconds, like no question.
There is one episode of Deep Space Nine where there is like a ship full of cadets, and their commanding officer died, or like something happened, and like it was literally Lord of the Flies on a ship. And yeah, it was terrible. Like they were just a bunch of like egotistical, crazy kids trying to act like they were, like soldiers, right?
Yeah,
I don't think this will be like that because it's a kid show. But like, I'm just saying, like in the Star Trek universe, like it's such a weird idea. Like I don't understand how that lasts for more than like 10 days before they show up. Like they would have to literally leave Federation space, like to the point where they just can't find them.
yeah,
Then it's
yeah.
like why like I'm very interested to see what happens. CG animation, I'd love to see that done in Star Trek, because right now we have the more hand-drawn look, like the Rick and Morty look.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like the CG animation more, to be honest.
When it's done well, yeah.
Yeah, and don't get me, I love 2D animation as well,
Yeah,
like the old style, like Rick and Morty. But when CG animation's done well, it looks really cool.
yeah, the Clone Wars does hit very well when it's like fully lit and
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah. So we'll see. This is definitely a show to look out for. I believe it comes out next year. We'll probably see a trailer early next year.
Right.
Just great to see them expanding. And obviously, I think as like coronavirus continues, seeing animated things is probably going to prop up a lot more, because it's way easier to do animated work at home.
Yep.
So, just something to keep an eye on.
There will be plenty of animated shows coming.
Yeah. So, moving into our second to last topic, we got Brie Larson wants to play Samus Aran in a Metroid movie.
Yep.
So, this has been floating around for some time, but it came back up again, and we just wanted to talk about it because we thought it was cool. So basically, Brie Larson, like earlier in the week, was on a. So it is it's a Twitch stream show that's in Animal Crossing, and it's a talk show hosted by Gary Whitta, who's the writer of Rogue one of the original writers.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's a
and
pretty
he
cool idea.
hosts a talk show inside Animal Crossing in his house's basement. So, and he has people on that play Animal Crossing. He's had T-Pain and
Really? I didn't know
yeah,
that.
T-Pain, the dude who plays Machete. I forget what his name is. Danny Trejo.
Oh yeah.
Tons and tons of famous actors. And the Frodo guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
ah,
it might be
I can't
Sam.
remember
I
his
think
name.
it's Samwise Genji. Or Genji.
Yeah.
That guy. Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's bad on our part.
I mean, he's only in that movie, really. But
Yeah.
he was in there, and it's like a lot of famous people, and basically like they were just talking, and then the producer of the show, who like he's literally like on the drum set. He's like the music for the talk show,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, I see a lot of comments right now in the chat that are saying like you should play Samus." And she was
Right.
like, "Yeah," and she starts talking about it. So basically, what happened was she bought a Samus Aran, a Zero Suit Samus costume, like
Yeah.
2 years ago for Halloween, and she like posted a picture online of her wearing it, and the internet was just like, "Yeah, like yeah, yeah, okay,
She's built for this role.
yeah." I mean, we're just looking for a tall blonde,
To
I
be honest.
guess.
I mean, I guess, but also like Samus is like a character that like I feel like has been forgotten. You know what I mean? In like the game world, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so Metroid
What's the last
Prime
Metro game that came out? Like,
with Samus was like, I don't remember the name of the game, but it wasn't Metroid Prime. It was Metroid something. Didn't go over well.
yeah,
People remember Metroid mostly for the nostalgia of like the first three, like the Prime ones.
sure,
They just recently announced they're doing a Metroid Prime 4, but yeah, like it definitely is one of those things that like isn't currently in the main the main light, and definitely hasn't been for probably like 5 years to a decade.
Right.
So
Well, I don't know. The only issue I see popping up with this is that people are going to draw the comparison to like her being like an Iron Man type character. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any problems if you frame it correctly. I think people would understand what Metroid is.
Sure.
I
Sure.
think
Yeah.
it very much depends on how the Mario film does. That's going on over at like the Minion Studio. I forget what the name of their studio is. Something Light or Illumination.
Yeah.
So they're making a Mario like animated film, and if that does really well, like maybe they'll start getting looser with their IPs. Um, like even though she wants to do it, I don't even know if Metroid could carry a film right now. Like I don't know if it has brand recognition. Like most people would see
I
it
agree.
and they would think more, oh, like it's a movie in the vein of Alien, than they would think like, oh, it's Metroid.
Yeah. People are going to be like, it's Iron Man in space.
Yeah, I mean,
No doubt.
there's some more nuance to it. Like it's more, yeah, it's just the look. I guess looks like Iron Man, but
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'd be interested to see her do it. I'd like to see Brie Larson in more mainstream stuff,
Yeah,
even though I know her like public perception is a little hindered. Some people don't like her.
but a lot of
Uh,
people do.
a lot of people do. I like her. I think she's a great actress.
I also think she's
Um,
a good actress.
and I think she's a really likable person in a lot of ways. I really like. I I didn't even know that this news came from an Animal Crossing show. I think that's cool. Like
Yeah,
I know she's a big like Animal Crossing. Like she plays the fuck out of it all the time. But
yeah. She also recently started like a YouTube channel, so I think she's been trying to get into more of that space. Like she has a lot of YouTubers on her channel, and she plays Animal Crossing, and it's a
that's
very
fun.
yeah, like
It's
she's
fun
just
stuff.
chilling. But I would
Yeah,
honestly love to see her in the new Star Wars films that Taika Waititi's working on.
that's what I'd want. I'd rather see her in that. I want to see her in that too.
Definitely.
Whatever, like that. They're like announced the book. They're putting out books
Hmm.
like the High Republic or whatever it's fucking called.
Yeah, it's called the High Republic.
Whatever the cover is with the blonde girl on it,
Hmm.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's that should be Brie Larson. Boom. Make a movie about that. That picture alone, the cover of that book, it looks sick. And I want to see it. Like, I want a movie.
yeah. Here, so I'm actually pulling up the photo. So the book is called Flight of the Jedi, and it's part of like a new initiative from Lucasfilm, just to have like a new series of books that are all interconnected.
Yeah,
And I totally get what you're saying. Like just Jedi, like she's right there on the cover. Like slap Brie Larson's face on it. Like let's go.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Ready to see it.
big facts. All right, so hopefully Brie Larson's in more stuff later, and we can talk about it on a future episode.
Yeah.
But right now, oh, I spoiled the ending. Fuck. Well, doesn't matter. We'll get back to that. You probably know in the comments anyway, or down in
Oh,
the I
and
actually
I'm not surprised that you would pick that.
yeah. So hold up. So before we get to our discussion topic, we are going to talk about the Snyder cut of Justice League, because there's weird new information on it probably every day of the week. So basically, the only update is that Zack Snyder refuses to use any Joss Whedon footage. There we go. And
He
to
was
quote,
very, very aggressively.
yeah, to quote Zack Snyder, he would blow the fucking thing up before using shots from another director. Which, like, I get, because, like, literally it's the Snyder cut. So, like, you would never use anything from anyone else. Like, it's his cut.
Never, never.
Yeah. So, why don't you want to talk about this, Billy? I know that Zach's been showing some like actual footage from a lot of the deleted scenes and cut scenes.
Oh yeah, baby. So he said that, but he also in Comic Con he put out the clip of Superman in the black suit.
Yeah, I'll pull up the image right now. Actually, I have that.
So first of all, his comments about Joss Whedon totally understandable, and on top of that, it's maybe a hot take, but Zack Snyder has better visuals than Joss Whedon.
I don't think anyone would call that a hot take. I think people
I
would say
mean,
that Zack
if
Snyder.
anybody's a Joss Whedon fan, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry because Snyder's just better. He's just better. Like So I don't. Was he a little aggressive in saying, "I would never"? A little bit, but I understand. Let him let him pop his shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely popping off.
Uh, but the Superman thing, where he
Yeah,
showed the black suit, I think it was cool. I like it.
yeah, I think
The
it's
image itself is not color corrected. He said in the interview, and it's interesting because the shot itself is pretty bright. I don't know if you noticed in the picture.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of overly lit for a Zack Snyder movie because usually Zack's movies are really dark.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very like dark palette to a lot of his stuff, and the reason it's lit like that, well, one, it's not color corrected yet, but the reason it's lit like that is because the studio didn't want the black suit. The studio initially told him, "We don't want the black suit. It's going to look too dark for Superman." And I think that's a crazy thing to say. I think that's a crazy part of the whole story of this, like, production nightmare for him, because in this story arc that they're in of like Superman returning, like the black suit is like a staple thing. Like you got to have that.
Uh-huh.
And they were pushing so hard for him to not have it that they forced him to like change his whole lighting setup. It's I don't know. I
So
thought that was kind of crazy.
yeah, so actually, just really quick, what's your source on that? Like, is it coming from like Zach directly, or is that a rumor? Or
That was him. They were like during the Comic-Con panel,
yeah,
he was like talking about that
okay,
because he was there like when they showed the clip. Like he premiered the clip or whatever.
yeah. Because like my reasoning, I mean, obviously, like he's the director, like he knows what happened, but like
Yeah.
they're inside, like that's why it's lit. It's because they're like 2 feet away from a giant fucking light, like they're in a house.
Yeah, sure.
So that that makes sense to me. Like I wouldn't have even have thought like, oh wow, that's bright, because like they're inside.
I just think it's like a little bit brighter than the average Zack Snyder shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean the whole shot looks kind of gross. Like it's blurry and like it's not color corrected and like
yeah,
it's whatever. But like honestly, I got it. We got it off of like the 600 by 600 box that Twitter allows you for video,
yeah,
that at least Zach decided to show us. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that it's really cool that he's like sticking to his guns, and I think him showing off this scene along with the original Wonder Woman like short teaser for it,
right.
it shows you that he has so much genuinely different content for this movie. Like
Yeah, he does.
minutes and minutes of like just completely different things. Like right here, Superman's talking to Alfred, never even mentioned in the final film. But like they're about
Yep.
to have a full conversation, and like that's just super cool. And I think that it's great that he's sticking to his guns. And also, I think that the reason that he's dunking on Joss Whedon is because he is also Joss Whedon's in like some really weird territory right now, where
Yeah, a little bit.
um, the name of the actor escapes me, but the dude who plays Cyborg, just he,
Oh yeah,
I'm not.
he tore him up.
It's very strange.
Ray
He's not even
Fisher.
tearing him up. He's just like, yeah, like you should be fucking scared, Joss Whedon. And everyone's like, why? And like he came out and he said some like all like again like some vague stuff, like you were harassing people like actors and staff and
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
I
But he's
mean,
never
there was
attacked.
do you remember in the Justice League cut, the theatrical cut, there was like that fight scene where like Wonder Woman falls down
Oh,
and
and
like Flash
yeah,
like falls
Wonder
into her
Woman is on her
like
titties.
her boobs or whatever.
Yeah,
Like that was never a shot, and like apparently that was like a pickup that Joss Whedon wanted as like a comedic relief or something like that.
yeah. I mean that's definitely a
And
Joss Whedon shot.
yeah, but like that is a stunt double. That's not Gal Gadot
Yep.
because Gal Gadot was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Like that's stupid.
it is
And
stupid.
kudos to her because it was stupid.
Yeah,
But you know, I don't
yeah. I
know.
mean that
Joss
is
Whedon is
weird.
getting dunked on, but also like he kind of made some dumb decisions.
Yeah, like
So,
is that like the way that I mean not to I think his name is Ray. I don't know, but like
Ray
he's trying.
Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is my dog barking? Whatever, we're still going. But like Ray Fisher's trying to like dunk on him, like end his life. Like that's what it sounds like. But like I don't want to talk about it too much, just because we
Yeah.
don't actually have the full connotation, like the full scenario there for the topic.
Right.
So, but yeah, so I'm really interested in seeing what happens. I really like Black Suit Superman.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's cool, and I think it's interesting. There's a lot of gray. There's a lot more gray in the suit than I anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And in the comics version, he didn't have a cape, but they kept the cape. I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with it. Doesn't phase me. Think it
I
looks cool.
wonder. Do you know why it turns black?
It is in the books. They explain it as it's like a Kryptonian healing suit. So in the books, he died, and they put him in the suit to heal him, and that's what like helped him come back to life.
So does he put on the suit? Like that's I'm wondering where he gets the suit, right? Because like if he
It's a good
falls into the
question.
grave, is he already wearing the suit? Like did the suit turn black?
Well, it's interesting you say because, uh, like you were saying before, like Zack has so much different stuff. Like it's totally different movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? Zack Snyder said when they first announced the cut that 75% of the movie is like not shot yet, or like it's like not in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he only got like only 25% of his shots were in the theatrical cut, and it might even be less than that. He said that like when they announced the Snyder cut.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So wherever the black suit comes from, we probably have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would assume there's an explanation somewhere, but the movie's going to be like 3.5 hours long, 4 hours long, so it could be anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I don't know.
when it does come out, we will obviously, as more information and the final film comes out, we will update you guys, and we'll probably do a big movie review for that because that is going to be
Oh
a
yeah,
big event.
definitely going to do that.
But moving on to our discussion topic for the week, Billy, you were kind of spearheading this one. So, do you want to, I guess, talk about what we're doing today?
Yeah. So we kind of this is kind of like a fan submitted topic, sort of, or it's inspired by a fan submission, sort of. Our friend Jeff, he's probably listening. Shout out Jeff.
Yeah. What's up, Jeff?
Uh, so he was talking about to us the other day about like he's hyped for us to talk about some Star Wars stuff on the podcast. He's a big Star Wars fan, and one day we might have a Star Wars topic where we include other people, bringing Jeff or bringing someone else, or any topic. We might do that later on. Um, but uh, I got to thinking about what we want to talk about this week, and I thought we could do a fun little something different. Um, what if we recast the original Star Wars cast with modern actors and actresses? Could be fun, could be different. Um, and I've heard this before that like, you know, changing a great film is like you're challenging greatness or something like that. Someone said that to me before.
Yeah.
So I think it's a challenge, but also it could be fun because like we're fans and
Yeah. I
you
mean,
know
it's super challenging. Just like thinking, I was thinking about it yesterday, and we're genuinely like you're asking me to recast one of, if not the single most influential film of like the 20th century, if not like the later
yeah.
half. Um, I was like, fuck.
I
So
got some hot takes on this.
yeah, I got some great stuff. So hopefully,
Here's a question before we say anything.
mhm.
Did you recast based on you know Han Solo? Like, are you recasting on who can get as close to Harrison Ford's performance, or who can get as close to the character of Han Solo?
See, so that's the problem. So like, Han Solo is Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
There's no getting around it. Like, if you asked me to make this film again, like do a remake, I would be like, the easiest thing that we can do is go back in time, grab Harrison Ford,
get Harrison
and
Ford.
bring him back. Like that is the easiest and cheapest way to remake this film.
My pick for Han Solo is gonna blow you out of the water.
Okay,
You're
well,
not
we're
gonna.
gonna get there. Relax, we're gonna get there. To like fully illuminate with everyone, the five we're gonna be recasting five characters. We're gonna be recasting Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Han Solo, Ben Kenobi, and Darth Vader. And then also, Billy asked me to have one take of a random other character in the movie. So I am going to be recasting Grand Moff Tarkin. I don't know if you selected another character as well, Billy.
uh, I'll leave it up for the last pick
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
when we get there. We'll leave the surprise one at the end.
Yeah. So I guess just like getting into it, obviously the main character of the movie is Luke Skywalker, right? So we're talking about big protagonist energy.
Yeah,
So
big protagonist time.
I have two selections for pretty much everything.
I have a couple honorable mentions because it was tough on some of
Yeah.
them.
So would you like to start with a honorable mention for Luke Skywalker?
I don't have an honorable mention for Luke
Oh,
Skywalker.
there's
I
only
locked
one.
in on
There's
him.
only one.
There's only one for me,
Wow. Okay.
and this was a hard pick,
Yeah.
hard search. And at first I was like, don't like it. This isn't the guy.
Yep.
But then I was looking more into his filmography, and I was like, you know what? I like it. I
Mm-hmm.
fucking like it. Luke Skywalker is Eddie Redmayne. That's my fucking pick. I know you're not gonna. I know you're not gonna fucking like that because you don't like Brits playing fucking
No.
Americans.
Hold up. Hold up.
He's
There's like
dropping the Brit accent. He's
yeah.
changing up his haircut. I fuck with it. I
First
like
of all,
it.
it's not that I don't. I don't have anything against the British, okay? Let's clarify that. I just really like like you'd think like a character is like relate like like they're playing like a New York City cop and you're like, wow, like how relatable, like I live near New York City, like I feel being a New Yorker. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden you find out that they're British and they only go to New York like twice a year to shoot and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, like great actors, right? Like Eddie Redmayne, brilliant actor.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the Stephen Hawking film, but he's amazing.
Uh, Theory of Everything.
Yes, thank you. Amazing, amazing
Yeah.
actor. I also love him in Harry Potter and
Yeah.
whatever those movies are called.
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts.
Beasts. Thank you. Great actor. I'm trying to see him be Luke Skywalker because I feel like he plays like a shy, quirky man.
A little bit, but I feel like he could play like the warm-hearted hero. You know what I mean?
I also don't
I
think
feel
I've
like
ever
he.
heard him with an American accent.
I'm interested. I don't know.
I'm interested. Yeah, that's
I don't
crazy.
know.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a crazy pick. I got crazy fucking
I mean,
picks.
that's a
To
good
be
pick.
honest
I
with you.
feel like if he can pull off, I mean, granted, he doesn't have to be English at all. Like, I mean, American, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so interesting. Wow. Okay. So I have two
Who's your
picks for
pick?
Luke Skywalker. I'll give you my honorable mention first, and then I'll give you my real mention. Um, Unfortunately, I was having a lot of trouble finding like an actor that could like fit the role as it is, because Luke Skywalker is 19, right?
Sure.
So and like Mark Hamill at the time was 24, but he's trying to be a kid, right? He's trying to be a teenager,
Yeah.
which doesn't necessarily come off, but like even being 20, like that's fine, 21.
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't think of any actors in that range. Like Tom Holland is there, like he's 24. Tom Holland
Yeah.
can't do this.
Yeah. My pick for Leia ended up being around like the age of like 38. So I kind of threw all my actors in that age range
Yeah,
of like 30, mid 30s to late 30s.
I had seen an actress last night when I was looking that was exactly 38, so I wonder if she's the same actress.
It could be. I don't know. I don't think your pick for Leia is my pick,
Okay.
to be honest with you.
So anyway, so basically what I did was I was like, all right, minus like plus or minus 10 years.
Okay.
So like they're still modern actors, right? Like they still weren't. I don't even think they'd barely be alive when the first movie came out.
Sure.
So my runner-up is Jake Gyllenhaal. 10 years.
Really? Holy fuck.
Like Jake
Okay.
Gyllenhaal in Zodiac.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he's got a nice looking jaw. Feel
Sure.
like he can do it.
I feel like his jaw looks like a fucking boomerang for Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, like he's got like it's just a good look.
He's got a strong ass jaw. But
I like
okay.
him as an actor. I think he's doing great now.
He's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Runner up.
That's my runner up. So my actual choice is 2010, the first Avenger,
Oh no.
Chris Evans, Captain America.
He fucking would. Oh my god. So I know who your Leia is. Get the fuck out of
No,
here.
you don't. No, you fucking don't.
Oh man. Actually, all right. In 2010, so 2010, Chris Evans.
Yeah, like he's new. I mean, he was in Scott Pilgrim, but like he's new, right? He's
Yeah.
young. He's
Okay.
like 20 something. We're putting him in.
Mm,
He's got the tenacity. He's got the American spunk. He can
I
do
like
this
it.
all day.
You can do it all day. I like it.
Yeah.
It'd be
Like,
very interesting for sure. It would be a very interesting.
mm-hmm.
It's hard because it's hard to think Chris Evans in the role because it's so like easy to put him in the Captain America box.
Yeah. I think when you look at him, you have to look at him like pre-super serum. Like, because like
Yeah.
he's not like big. Like Luke
I mean, he
Skywalker.
wouldn't be yoked. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I
So
like
that's
that.
that's what I got.
He's a solid choice. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely would pick him over Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Um, how about all right? Let's go to Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
This is a hard fucking pick.
Yeah.
Very hard pick, and especially because he's already been cast with a younger actor for the
That's
Solo
true. I
movie.
forgot about that. Even
So,
that. That's so stupid. We could have just picked him.
I was like, I to be honest, I don't even like him as Han Solo.
I
Alden
do.
Ehrenreich, I think he's okay. Like he's just okay.
Yeah, but he's not. Could you name? I guess you're going to. Could you name a better actor?
Uh, the actor I have, I think, is a better actor for one.
Sure.
But I'm gonna let you reveal your pick first because I did first for Luke.
Okay, so I
So
have
I want to
another
hear your
two,
pick. Okay,
and I'm going to suggest a runner-up.
I have a runner-up as well, but
Okay,
go ahead.
so I'll say my runner-up. You say your runner-up.
Okay.
This is when I read it, I'm like I don't know why, but like I want him. My runner-up is Chris Pine.
The runner-up's Chris Pine. Okay.
Listen, Chris Pine. He's played James T. Kirk. He
Yeah.
plays the dude in Wonder Woman. Something that starts with a
His
C.
Kirk really is a lot like Han Solo.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I mean, Kirk in general is like it's like the same vibe. Like it's kind of like a space cowboy.
Gung ho cowboy kind of
Yeah,
guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kirk has more responsibility, quote unquote, but they're both like the captain of their own ship. He's got
Sure.
experience in space filming.
Yeah.
God, that's stupid. I think he just like I just love Chris Pine as an actor, and I think like he can quite possibly channel the James T. Kirk into a convincing Han Solo.
Sure. I mean, I'd believe it. I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your
my
pick?
runner-up. My runner-up. Okay, so I was looking at the short list for Han Solos,
Mm-hmm.
like when they were gonna cast him as like a younger actor.
Yeah, I should have done that.
I took a look at that list. Um, and the list that I was on, I can't remember the website I was on, but the number one pick actually had an audition tape for Han Solo,
Hmm.
and he was doing a Harrison Ford impression. Really fucking cringy. I didn't like it. I don't like watching audition tapes
Yeah.
in general, but like it was just cringy watching this dude do like a Harrison Ford impression. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
He's not my pick. I just brought it up. But
So who's
my
your?
runner up,
Yeah.
Scott Eastwood.
I don't even know who that is. Scott Eastwood.
It's Clint Eastwood's son.
I mean,
He
okay,
was in
so like,
Pacific Rim Uprising, John Boyega.
I guess.
He's usually like a side guy. He's usually like the supporting actor,
Yeah.
usually.
I
But I
guess
think
he's
he's got
Clint
the
Eastwood's
look.
son. I mean, like I
Yeah,
assume
that's like his claim to fame is like Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah, I've never seen him in
For sure.
anything.
He's in Pacific Rim Uprising, and he's in a couple other things.
Yeah.
But he's pretty good. He's not bad.
Okay.
He's got the look. He's got the height.
Hmm.
And I think he can pull off the spunk if he really needed to. He's my runner-up. It's not my real pick.
I mean, honestly, I think like one of the biggest things about Star Wars in general is that they do take for the three main characters usually nobodies, right?
Yeah,
Like Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford. Like they weren't really like this was like their big thing, right?
sure.
And then like, even going into the prequels, right? Like Natalie Portman, Hayden Christensen,
Yep.
Ewan McGregor, like even the sequels. Like the only person of the main three who's actually an actor is Oscar Isaac, or
Yeah,
like a bigger name actor, right?
sure.
So it's hard to cast these people. So like at least that's more
Yeah,
that is a reasonable pick that I think they would actually make.
I almost picked Oscar Isaac for Han. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, can't
Can't
do it.
cast them. Yeah, that'd be weird.
But who's your pick? Who do you got?
Oh crap, we're back to me. All right. So I'm gonna preface this. It was like 11:30 midnight last night. Like I was tired. Like I'd been up all day. I was doing yard work. A little delusional.
Okay.
So for Han Solo, I said, let's get Ben Affleck in there.
Ben Affleck? Oh
You
my
heard me,
fucking
bro.
god! Are you on crack?
I
The
was,
fuck?
I was so delusional, bro. So at the time, it made sense. I was like, he's kind of like he's got a little salt. I like Batfleck. He's a little serious. I feel like he could
He's
deliver
got to
some.
slim down. He's got to
Yeah,
slim down
like
for
I feel
Han
like he could
Solo.
deliver some bad jokes. Like,
I didn't,
and we're just looking for a name. We're putting some
the
star
more I think
power
about
on
this,
this.
I kind of like it.
It doesn't sound terrible.
I'm thinking about him sitting in the booth across from Greedo.
Yeah,
I can see it. I
yeah.
can see it.
Like listen, Ben Affleck's been like very up and down throughout his entire career. Peak Ben Affleck, I think, could pull off a little Han Solo.
Ben Affleck chasing Amy.
Oh my god.
Okay. I you know what? The more I think about it, I'm getting a little bit more attached to that.
Yeah.
Interesting pick though, for
It's a
sure.
little interesting.
If someone casted Ben Affleck as Han Solo, it'd probably be an uproar though, for sure.
Yeah. Well, the movie hasn't come out yet, so nobody knows. So it's okay.
It's okay. My pick for Han Solo is nutty. You're not even gonna know who it is when I say the name,
Okay.
but I'm gonna explain who it is.
Mm-hmm.
My pick is Marwan Kanzari.
How do you even spell that?
Marwan is Marwan.
All right. Hold on.
Kanzari is Kanzari. So
Spell the last name real quick.
Kanzari.
Z-A.
You know who this guy is. You
Okay,
just don't know his name.
sure.
He's fucking
Is it Aladdin?
yes. He's not Aladdin. He's Jafar in
Oh,
Aladdin.
okay. I got you.
However, he's also in a movie that we watched recently, The Old Guard.
Oh,
He
is. You're
is
right.
yes. He is he's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah, he is a good actor.
I felt like in Aladdin he kind of got uh I feel like he was stuck in a box a little bit.
Yeah, Jafar was a weird character.
Yeah, but in the Old Guard, he like opened up a little bit,
Mm.
and I feel like this guy's got like the right amount of charisma for the role.
Oh yeah, he has some great lines in Old Guard.
And I fuck with it. I like him,
Yeah.
and I feel like I got like Donald Glover vibes off of him a little bit in the Old Guard,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's the type of actor I'd want to cast as like a Han Solo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little tenacious, something that we need.
Yeah, that's my pick. I don't know. I think it's a hot take.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I like it. I like it. I mean, he's more.
I
Of
race
like,
bended some of these characters too. Some of my picks are race bending
yeah, I mean that's
from the original picks
doesn't matter at all.
because we need more in diversity and inclusion.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I was
Um,
thinking about finding an actress to play Luke Skywalker, and then I was like, I can't do that.
but that'd have been cool.
It would have been cool. I'm
That'd
just
be
not smart enough to properly cast Luke Skywalker.
awesome. It would have been Brie Larson.
Honestly, I probably would have cast Brie Larson. Big simp hours.
Simp.
She's an award-winning actress. She deserves to be in more things.
She's good.
She's great.
She's good.
Also, she sold $1 billion film.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
off the legs of Marvel.
Yeah, but like, come on.
Nah. Okay. I agree. I'm with you.
Ant-Man making $1 billion.
I mean, Paul Rudd's making $1 billion. Paul Rudd sells more than Brie Larson, 100%. Actually, maybe not. I
Straight
don't.
up, we're talking Brie Larson. Like, okay, Captain Marvel, $1 billion, right? Ant-Man and the Wasp, like 600 million, maybe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not to say that Paul Rudd's not an amazing actor. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, speaking
I think
of powerful females, right?
yes.
Leia Organa.
My pick. I have a hard pick. No runner-up. No question.
Okay, I also.
Hard.
I mean, I have a hard pick, but I put a runner-up in there just because I like to give a little spice.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Should I go first?
Runner-up if you got a hard pick.
You go runner-up, and I'll go hard pick.
Runner-up. Emma Watson.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that's a tough runner-up. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Emma Watson is a powerful female actress. I think that she would definitely bring like the sass that Leia brings in the first film.
Yeah.
Also, I think she's a great actress. I think that she
She's
has
great.
like the confidence to be the Princess of Alderaan.
I wish saw her more in more movies.
I also agree with that.
She's great.
Yeah.
All right. I'm interested to see your final pick then.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested to hear your hard pick.
My hard pick. This was the first person I casted for this like lineup.
Yeah.
I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
Strong female actress.
Yeah.
Hard. Like Leia Organa is like tough. She's a little funny. She's a little charismatic, but ultimately she is like a. I feel like she's like a force on screen. You know what I mean? Like she's tough. You know. My pick is Lupita Nyong'o.
That is not
That's
who
my
I
pick.
was picking at all. That is
I
crazy.
I know it's a little out of left field, but she's strong, dude.
Yeah.
Everything I see Lupita in, she's killing,
Well,
and everything it's like a strong female character, killing.
Yeah.
I love it.
She's in Star Wars, isn't she?
In one of the newer ones,
Yeah. Hold up.
I don't know.
We're going.
She's in Black Panther.
Yeah, I know she's in Black Panther.
Well,
I think she plays. I'm gonna Google it really quick. I think she plays Maz Kanata. She does.
oh really?
Yes, she is the VO and the mocap for.
Well,
Maz.
I'm still picking her.
Yeah, not discounting your thing because Mark Hamill is also literally in every Star Wars film. Or
That's
like
true.
Almost everyone is a voice actor role. But,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I like it. I think she'd kill it.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
think
Maz
it'd be
Kanata
awesome.
has the same energy anyway. It's just like
She does kind of. Yeah.
She's like, this is my castle.
Yeah, like this is me, this is what I'm doing, and you're listening to me because I'm leading here. It's like, hell yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a.
Who do you got?
So, to preface this, she is also in a Star Wars film, but in a very, very, very small role. That like most people don't even realize that it's her.
Sure.
Keira Knightley.
Oh shit, the
Pirates of the Caribbean actress.
yeah, but she's like the fake
so
princess.
In Attack of the Clones, and she might be in the Phantom Menace.
I think she is.
Yeah, she plays. I think it's Niobe, and she is like the stand-in.
She's like the false princess.
Yeah, she's like the stand-in
when they're like moving her around. If someone's gonna like assassinate her, it's gonna be her.
Yeah, and then she gets smacked.
Yeah, and Attack of the Clones. But that's an interesting pick.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that she has the look of Leia Organa.
Sure.
And I feel like it's just a very small step to just like put up the buns and just
yeah,
be space.
That's true too.
I also really
honestly,
she has the same energy in Pirates. You know what I mean?
She does. That's true. That's interesting. I kind of like Emma Watson a little bit more. Not gonna lie.
I mean, Emma
a little
Watson
bit.
Is a younger actress.
She is younger. That's true. I guess it doesn't really match the age bracket.
Yeah.
But not a bad pick though. I do like it. Yeah. And she does kind of match the energy in Pirates. So I like that.
Yeah, I think it would also again have to be like a younger Keira Knightley, probably like 5-10 years.
Interesting.
But she still
I like it.
Anyway, she looks great.
No, she does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
So
moving on. Yeah, now let's do Kenobi.
Okay.
Ooh, this is tough.
Yeah, I actually have two, but I don't have a direct winner. I couldn't decide.
I have two as well, and I have a slight edge on a winner.
Okay.
Slight. And this is tough because I'm trying to think of like a stoic actor, that can like pull off like this wise old man look.
Yeah. Why don't you give me the one that is less of an edge?
Yeah, my less is Donald Sutherland.
Sutherland. What is he?
You probably don't know who he is, but he is. Well, you know who he is if you see him. Yeah, he's the bad guy in Hunger Games. He's like President Snow or whatever. He kind of looks like Santa Claus.
Dude,
yeah. For some reason I saw him. I was like looking through actors for this role, and I was like, I saw him. I was like, you know what?
Kenobi.
Yeah, like I could see it in like the right. Like it's hard to think of him not as like the bad guy in that movie because that's like the most recent thing that I've seen him in. But like, I feel like he could pull it. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he was great.
But he is like my slight under to the guy that I picked.
Okay.
But who do you have? You said you had a runner up.
Yeah, so I have two. It's like the same thing. It's like a very slight edge to one. So my, I guess, runner-up is Anthony Hopkins.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
boy.
So I think,
I saw Anthony Hopkins and I was like, I couldn't do it.
well,
I couldn't
it's
see
just
it.
something that he's always in, right? So he's always in this like old wise man role, right? So
Sure.
Thor, he plays a very convincing Odin in all the
Yeah,
films,
he does.
and that's great. And that's very like a similar role in my opinion. It's like the mentor. He
Yeah.
also plays a mentor in the Mask of Zorro for Antonio Banderas.
Interesting.
He's
Oh,
a
that's
really
right.
good,
That's right.
yeah, and he's
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
in that. I think it just fits. Like it's more, it's like a very, I would say, a safe choice. You know what I mean?
It is a safe choice.
Like I
I
feel
just
like he just
see
slots right in.
I owe it whenever I see Anthony Hopkins, I automatically think like Hannibal
Mm.
or like just like he just has like this like evil vibe to him. I don't know why. Like love him, great actor. He
Yeah,
kills his Odin. I don't know. I did interesting choice. Interesting runner up.
yeah.
I'd be interested to see it. Um my actual pick
Mm.
is another mentor figure from the MCU.
Oh,
We
okay,
were recently speaking about him the other day,
okay.
and initially I didn't like it. Wasn't really feeling it. But the more I looked into it, I was looking up some pictures of him with some facial hair. I was like, you know what? I like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm picking Michael Douglas.
Oh my God, Hank
Obi-Wan
Pym.
Kenobi. Yes, sir.
That
Hank
is a
Pym.
bold choice.
It is a bold choice, but don't, like the thing is, you can't look at him as Hank Pym because he looks like the goatee is too sharp. The glasses, get rid of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
No, I know what you're saying. Michael Douglas is a good actor.
I think Michael Douglas, you give him like a full like a little scruffy beard.
Mm.
I think it'd be really cool.
It would be really cool. I mean, I think Michael Douglas again. Yeah, great actor. Probably slot into any role pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as good as my actor. But,
Oh, really? Oh, really?
dude, it's gonna blow
Okay.
your mind.
Okay.
All right,
I'm ready.
Idris Elba.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that's
right.
hot.
Feels
That's
good.
spicy. I feel like you'll just oh shit.
Get some water.
The meme. I like it. Oh, I like that. That would be sick. That's a good fucking pick. I didn't even think of him.
Yeah, I was thinking of him off of. I don't even know. I was just thinking about movie picks, and I was like, you know what? Like, let's make him James Bond. And then I was like, all
Oh
right,
yeah.
like let's put him in Ben Kenobi. Like he's got the little bit of salt in his beard now. Mm,
Oh yeah.
mm,
Oh, that'd be dope.
he is wise, and
Can you
also
imagine Idris Elba?
the lightsaber, dude. It fuck him up.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Also, Taika Waititi, if you're listening, put him the fuck in the film.
Yeah, put him in. Get him in something Star Wars. Oh, that'd be
Ooh,
sick.
be brilliant.
Hot.
Yeah.
All right. So our last pick, well, our last official pick
Mm.
is Vader.
Yes, Darth Vader.
Now, I don't have a runner-up. I
Okay,
picked this kind of quick.
I have three.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear your two runner-ups then.
Okay.
Unless they're all equal. I don't
You
know.
know, okay, I'm gonna order these in a weird way because I some of them possibly are equal, but I think that one would just be really fun to have, and the other two are probably the ones that they would go with.
Sure.
Okay, so actually I'll do that. I'll say that Darth Vader's like a voice acting role, right? Like in these movies, he's not taking off the helmet. So like
Yep.
basically what you do as a studio is you think to yourself, we'll put a big man inside, we'll voice act the rest. So
Yep.
we want like a powerful, like a big star name, right?
I agree.
So my original pick, ignoring all of that, we get the voice actor Peter Cullen.
Oh,
So
okay.
I know that like that doesn't ring any bells for most people. So his main claim to fame is he is the voice of Optimus Prime in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's an interesting pick.
I just think Optimus Prime sounds so badass.
It does.
And I just think it'd be so cool to have like an Optimus Prime sounding Darth Vader because he's a robot kind of, right? You got like the
He is a
cyborg.
very like Vader-esque kind of. I could see it. Yeah.
So that's my runner up from the like the far side, and then
Right.
my second runner up because you only have one, right?
I have a hard pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then my second runner up, based off of his performance in The Hobbit, is
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh.
Because when he
Yeah, he
plays
does have a
the
strong
Dragon
voice.
Smog, right? Badass. Like I'm
I
scared of
like that.
Smog. So I think that he
Yeah,
could deliver a powerful voice acting thing while also bringing a big name to the role, right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, his smog voice is badass as fuck for
Yeah.
sure.
Let
Um,
me hear a hard pick.
my hard pick. I thought about this. I was thinking of an actor that could fit. I want him to be on set in the suit,
Mm,
and I want him to be the voice as well. So I
that's
had to
pretty
think,
ambitious.
yes. So I was thinking, strong voice, but also someone who's tall and carries himself really well. Strong swagger.
Hmm.
So my pick is Mahershala Ali.
Oh.
I think he's 6'2".
Wow. Okay.
His voice is badass as fuck.
Yeah,
I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be a sick Darth Vader.
that is sick. My only my only small complaint is if I remember correctly, Vader's like seven something. He's like fucking huge.
He is, but
Put
the
him on
person who
scale.
wore the suit was 6'2".
Really
Yes.
interesting. So everyone's just fucking short.
I think they shot it to make him look taller, but
Also,
everyone's basically short.
yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. I do like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm so
What you
excited.
got?
Uh,
What you got?
okay. So I don't think it's that good because that's on set. That's better. Possibility to take the mask off if he needs to.
Sure.
So this one, hard pick, but also very chicken. Again, another like chicken and the egg thing. I feel like I said that
Mm.
earlier for some reason. Because without Star Wars, I don't know if he would actually have a career.
Oh. Oh.
Mark Hamill,
Oh.
voice
Oh.
actor extraordinaire. Forget
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars. He was never in Star Wars. He's the voice of the Joker. He's got tons and tons and tons of voice acting experience
His
behind
voice,
him.
his voice acting is fantastic.
Yeah,
He's great.
let's put him in Darth Vader.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like a that's like a hot band pick right there.
Oh, it's
Like,
super, but like it's very strange, right? Because like there is the possibility that he would not be an actor if he was not in this movie.
I like it.
So,
I like it, but I really like your Benedict Cumberbatch pitch too. I like them both.
mhm.
Oh, that's good. Oh, all right, all right.
All right. So did you pick
Let's hear
a
this
random
goofy.
character?
Let's goofy random. I got a really goofy pick.
Okay, I got a normal aspect.
Go for it. You go, because mine's stupid.
So basically, I'm like, all right, I want to put someone in Star Wars who I think deserves to be in Star Wars.
Sure.
I was thinking like last night when Billy was suggesting like random characters, he suggested Grand Moff Tarkin, right? I
Yeah.
was like, well, who deserves to be in Star Wars? Who deserves to be Grand Moff Tarkin? Gary Oldman.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's hot.
Love Gary Oldman. From Harry Potter to Tinker Tailor, Soldier Spy, to pretty much anything that he's in. Good actor. Love to see him. Love to see him in Star Wars.
Good. Oh, he'd be a killer Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the actor who plays Tarkin is like almost iconic, I'd say. But that's also a hard recast, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm throwing it down.
Yeah, hey,
I mean, I would change him up. Like, obviously, Gary Oldman can look like anybody in anything, so
sure. Yeah.
he's very
So
versatile.
I have two castings. One
Mm-hmm.
of them is more serious. One of them's just a stupid, goofy fucking thing. So the stupid one is so the guy at the bar that Obi-Wan cuts his arm off.
Mm-hmm.
Danny DeVito.
Why
I
would
feel
you
like
even think of that?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be funny as fuck.
I don't like you. My friend doesn't like you either.
Dude, they get his arm cut off, he'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Fuck.
no, but that's just a dumb pick that I thought of.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But my actual like random pick for like, a more iconic character is like, so I picked 3PO, C3PO.
Yeah, Anthony Daniels, great actor.
Yes, great, and he's been in all the movies.
Yeah.
I'm replacing him with Paul Bettany.
You're just gonna
I feel
put the
like that's
vision in there.
yes, I am because he's also a robot,
Yeah.
but I think he can do it.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I would.
Paul Bettany's a very like he's different. I don't know, like
Actor.
he's like the whole like vision thing that he does. I think is like it's a very weird take on like a robot, but I think he does it really well.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he's not a robot, right? He's like the vision. He's like something.
Right? He's like artificial intelligence, but at the same time, he feels like this like blossoming like mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it's almost inspired by C-3PO. So I feel like it'd be very
That's what I'm
interesting to see
saying.
what
I
happens.
feel like he could pick it up. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess that's the end of this segment. I had fun with that. That's cool.
Yeah, we are running mad long.
Yes, we are.
I didn't realize that. I guess the Star Wars thing took up way more time than I thought it would, but that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we probably had more news topics than
Yeah, then
we should have.
so.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
all right.
still
We got a little
figure
bit
it
longer
out.
episode this week.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed. For next week, just want to give you guys a little insight. Our discussion topic next week, we're going to be reviewing the pilot episode of the TV show Into the Badlands.
Hell yeah.
It's a sick show. It's like a kung fu show that was on AMC, ran for 3 seasons, 4?
Yeah,
4
it's a
seasons.
post-apocalyptic kung fu action adventure show. It ran for 3 seasons,
Yeah.
but the 3rd season is twice the size of the other seasons. Don't ask why.
It's like split in half or something. They did that AMC
I think
thing.
once they realized because they got canceled, unfortunately, but once they realized they were getting canceled, instead of making the 4th season, they just called it the 3rd season again.
Yeah.
So great show though. And,
Awesome show.
Yeah, it is.
John and
only
I have watched the
streaming-
entire thing together.
Yes, we did. It was very good. It is only streaming on Netflix right now, so make sure that if you have a Netflix subscription or you get like a free week trial, if you want to watch it with us. And yeah, hopefully the pilot is as good as the show, because I mean, obviously it hooked me.
Oh, the pilot's dope. The pilot is one of the pilot is so important for a TV show.
Oh,
It's
it
what's
is.
supposed to hook you. And I think Into the Badlands has a great pilot
Yeah,
because at least maybe it's the nerd in us that just like really likes kung fu and shit like that. Like
great.
it like totally captures like old school kung fu movies, but it mixes it in like this crazy, fresh new setting, and I think it's so cool. So, and we've had this on a discussion list since the beginning of the inception of this podcast. So that's what we're gonna review the pilot next week, and we'll give our thoughts on the show as a whole. So if you guys want to watch the pilot throughout this week, you could be you can get our takes on it and have a little idea of what we're talking about, I guess.
Yeah, I'm super excited because I genuinely don't remember the pilot except for like the very, very opening part of it.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your
Please.
friends. Be sure to share the podcast so that we can grow a little bit, make some more, more content with more people.
Yeah, definitely. And let us know what you thought of the discussion topics. Or let us know if our picks are bad, or
you know what? If you have any
or
picks,
if you have a pick, comment down below your pick.
yeah, and we'll talk about it.
We want to see your lineup.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
So we got to end it at some point. So I'm gonna hit the button. But thank you for watching, everybody. Be sure to watch that Badlands pilot, and we will see you next week.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Adios.